Good evening from the Kingdom of Balance. Today, this is our 18th session for going through the games of the Bundle for Racial Justice and Equality. Today's games are Milkmaid of the Milky Way, Crashed Lander, and Dujanah. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that last one correctly, but I don't know what the word actually means. Yeah, so it's an odd collection. They're a little unique in their own ways. With the first game, the screen won't be a full screen. I'll have to. I've tried to adjust the dimensions before I couldn't get it right, so it's gonna appear a little smaller than the full extent of the screen, but I think we can. I think it'll be still visible. So the first game we're going to play is Milkmaid of the Milky Way. It's made by Machine Boy, and this is the link to the profile if you're interested in checking it out. Okay, so let's move on to the first game of the night. Okay. So we're going to load that up, and it's going to just cover a portion of the screen, probably about half. Yeah, half. Okay, loading now. Screen flickers a lot when this loads up. Okay, let's just make sure it's showing up properly. Where is it? Okay. Other people will have to confirm for me what they're seeing. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit smaller than than my full extent, but this is the best I could get it to look. Just making sure my voice is still there. Yes. Okay. So, Milkmaid of the Milky Way. Yeah, I believe I have to use the mouse for this one, so I'm gonna just go ahead and start a new game. I love the art. It feels like, deep in the fjord, a girl and her bovine, Western Norway, 1929. This is a story from Calf Ledge, a small farm perched on a mountain edge. I love the art. It's textured. It's clearly made with pixel, but it's still textured. Like, look at that. Another restless night. Luckily, the storm had passed. The fields were wet, but the sun was rising fast. Okay, she's a farm girl. She raises cows. Enough hours spent in bed. I heard impatient mooing from the shed. Milking and dairy were my priorities. Today, Erlen was coming to pick up the cheese. Ooh, sounds fun. My milk bucket and tools were gone. So strange. Had a thief wandered through this mountain range? Oh wow, it rhymes. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I read something like that, that the dialogues rhyme. Ooh, I'm gonna save it. I know I just started, but I'm gonna save it. Cool. I love the little book here. It's so simple graphics, but it's so pretty. Cheese. Mother's recipe for cheese. Pour fresh milk in separator. Separate the skim milk. Keep the cream for later. The milk won't curdle by default. Bring it to boil, add vinegar and salt. Don't let it clot, stir the pot. Okay? Even the text in books are rhyming. But actually it helps for recipes because then you can remember it. For butter, the churner must be full of cream. Beat it hard, go full steam. Churn the butter till it's thick. It should become hard and stick. Remember to keep it cool or else will melt to a pool. Today I repaired the separator and added a feature to the accelerator. When I separate the milk and the cream, it automatically runs down in a stream. Ready for butter making, leaves time for bread making. Remember to grease the door, it's been stuck before. Hinges need oil or grease when they sound like a flock of geese. At school today, a boy bought a bike. He laughed and said, "You'll fall, I swear." Riding it was harder than it looked like, but it felt so good to feel the wind in my hair. Last day of school, I'm feeling down. I'm needed at the farm, so I'm leaving town. At Verston, my teacher was sad to see me leave. You have a knack for science, there's much you can achieve. Cool. Dairy farming is hard, especially the cheese. I should write down mother's recipes. Father is out with the pregnant cows. Taking good care of the herd is his thing. Mother is busy inside the house. I'm looking forward to seeing the offspring. A cow died in birth. We mourn. I named the calf like when born. I'll take care of you, I said. She's so sweet. She's bottle fed. Dark spots on white. She sure has a healthy appetite. Mother and father are having a row. He's angry and says she needs rest. She's talking about a strange glow she's seen on the mountain crest. Lately I've observed that she's been so reserved. Like is growing. She's now eating grass. Working is hard. I miss going to class. Mother is quiet. So is father. I keep my chores and try not to bother. Interesting. I like to experiment. That's just me. I tried to make lemonade from the fruit from the tree. Edwardston taught me about acids and bases. My drink was so sour it shrunk our faces. Mother didn't come home from the mountain. Father is paralyzed. I'm walking around crying like a fountain, somehow not surprised. They gathered the men and arranged a search. The village went out to look. Even the priest came from the church, but no one was found in neither nanny nor crook. They found her scarf on the cliff. When I heard, I went stiff. Mother would never do such a thing. Now father is alone with his wedding ring. Keep your head up, finish your bowl, father says and scratches his head. Sorrow has taken a chunk of his soul. He spends most of his time in bed. We built a cairn, a statue of stone, a memory of the adored. We cried and laughed as us alone, the last two in the fjord. Father told me I had to be strong. He needed my work at the farm. My duties are taking all day long, chores that wear out my arm. A strange past year, a quiet time. No guests are coming to stay. A guilty question, but is it a crime to imagine leaving someday? For over a month, father's been sick. His health has been a decline. His eyes watery, his voice thick. The farm's obligation is mine. Father is better, but not as before. He says he's not of much use. Erland is helping sell our produce in the village so we don't go poor. On his weekly trips, he talks of building ships, jobs and new careers down at the piers. Last week I called for the doctor to come. It took him hours to arrive. Father was ill and totally glum, more dead than alive. Today's the day. A year has passed since Father left this earth. Things have gone by so fast. Work keeps me busy for what it's worth. I read a book, a fascinating tale of the future and what it can entail. Cannonballs flying off to the moon. I read it in one afternoon. Okay, this is growing really nicely. It's very emotional because there's that hint of first there's a hint of aliens, like mountain lights and stuff like that. Since there's a reference to the galaxy, I think aliens are related somehow. And then there was this all the family stuff and the loss and stuff, and then there was reference to her being good with science, and now she's reading science fiction, so there's like a really nice connection here. Summer is ending, there's a change in the weather, restlessness and loneliness together. This is my life, I need to stay, even if sometimes I wish I was far away. Okay, we went back to the beginning again. Oops. Oop, where's she going? I took some firewood, but it was wet. Everything had soaked in the rain, I bet. Okay. The wood was wet, soggy, and not dry yet. Yeah, beautiful poetry. Oh, look at that. Like when you go hover over something you can interact with, it's the middle of the cursor flashes. My milk bucket and tools were gone, so strange. Had a thief wandered through this mountain range. Oh, that is so cool. This reminds me of a place we have on Vancouver Island, where there's like these huts that have grass on them, and there's goats that walk around them. Rocks were scattered, the chimney had crumbled. Damn that storm, I mumbled. Rocks. Okay. She's taking care of this farm by herself. The house was old, you could say mature. It smelled quite strongly of cow manure. The grass is gorgeous. The farm was perched on a mountain high, stuck between the earth and sky. The farm was perched on a mountain high. Yeah, I read that already. Wow, that is a big view. Let's go check out that first. Yeah. Oh, I need to set a timer.
It's been 13 minutes.
Sorry?
It's been 13 minutes.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna set a timer for about 30 minutes. Let's do that. At night the cows slept indoors with the hay as pillows on the floor. I milked the cows like always before bringing them up to graze. So milk the cow first. Oh, there's 4 of them. They're so adorable. Oh, that's the new one. The one named Like or something. Cows need milking, I saw from their shudders. They tiptoed impatiently with bulging udders. Lick was patient and astoundingly clever. I raised her as a calf. She'd known me forever. Okay, we need to go get the milk thingy. The milk pail. go that way. So further in. Yeah, look at that. Just this random farm in the middle of this mountain. That is so cool. Such a tiny place. And someone goes there every day, like once in a while, to get cheese. That's pretty amazing. Oh, hold on. That's the bucket. But what is this thing? I would get it out if I could, but the nail was stuck in the wood. There's a nail in the wood. Such beauty, but so remote. I swallowed the lump in my throat. Interesting. Let's go here. There it is. How had the bucket ended up here? Had the wind made it disappear? We got buckets now. What is this? Oh, it's the exit. Maybe something's through here? Wow, look at that view. I don't know how good it looks on the small version, but the big version looks really nice. It's like a really nice painting. Like, it's like a canvas. It's like an oil canvas that's been painted with very simple strokes. But you can clearly see it's pixelated at the same time. That's a very... Okay, we don't have all day, so let's go to the milk thing. Okay. A bucket to carry milk and other dairy. A bucket to carry milk and other dairy. How do I use it? Do I just click on the cows? Do I drag it there? No? Alright girls, time to squeeze out some milk for the butter and cheese. After milking, as always, I led the cows up to graze. Sorry, did you say something? No? Okay, so we got a... The bucket was full, a heavy weight. It was ready to separate. Okay. The cows grazed lazily on the mountain grass. For a cow, this was definitely first class. Yeah, there's like so much grass here. It's so surprising. I haven't seen landscapes like this before. I mean, I've been to the Rocky Mountains, but that's like... They didn't have grasslands, right, like on top of it. It's probably a European thing. Okay. Do we make the butter in here or in there? Maybe in there? Oh, yeah, right there. Okay, so this is a spinning wheel. The spinning wheel was for making yarn, but we no longer kept sheep in our barn. We made the cheese in kettles like these. I took the spoon if I would need it soon. You cranked the separator, your hand ablaze, to force the cream and milk part ways. Oh, books. My modification was clever. Without any clutter, the cream would trickle down to be churned to butter. Cool. She made an invention. Had I been visited by a vandal, the separator was missing its handle. Interesting. What should I do? I drew a blank. I couldn't make butter without the crank. Well, you could use the spoon. Maybe. The separator is only for milk and things of its ilk. Okay, well, let's put the milk on it then first. Had I been visited by a vandal, the separator was missing its handle. What should I do? I drew a blank. I couldn't make butter without the crank. Okay, we need to find the crank, clearly. Reading books was my greatest passion. Erlen would give me my weekly ration. My parents' portrait, their wide open stare, they seemed to be following me everywhere. She has a expectation thing. She feels expectation from her parents. That was where I slept lately, not so well. Strange sounds woke me up like an alarm bell. Up here I had no one to impress, so I wore my pants instead of my dress. The churn was used to beat cream into spread. It made thick, greasy butter, perfect for bread. Okay, so I need to go find the crank now. Somewhere. I have a feeling that the bucket and the crank were taken somehow. Since the bucket was so far away, the crank could also be far away. But she's like walking with that heavy bucket. Oh, wow. That is nice. That is pretty. Okay. Let's see. A metal pole to use as tether. The boat had sunk in stormy weather. Don't know where I'm going. It would keep me up at nights, the thought of falling, the fear of heights. Okay, so the crank is not there. Maybe we can make a makeshift crank using the spoon? Can't really lift up the pole. Well, if there's no boats there, we don't really need it, so maybe we can lift it out. Yeah. Let's see if... What if we use the spoon on the pole? Couldn't use that there. Maybe it was needed elsewhere. The lake was crystal clear and frigid. Swimming here would leave you rigid. Hmm. We could try using the wood as a crank. See if that... Wait, what is this nail? Let's try... Wonder if we could use something to break the nail off. Ah, there you go. Finally, I removed the stubborn nail, my greatest conquest, a fairy tale. Okay, so maybe the nail could be used with the spoon to create a crank. An idea in my mind, like a lit candle. Maybe the nail could be used as a handle. Oh. As far as I could tell, the nail fit really well. Okay. The crank had to be turned until your hand burned. No offense, but that made no sense. Okay, so we're gonna put the milk in first. No time to wait, the milk was ready to separate. The churn was filled to the brim and the milk was nice and skim. Before the butter could be eaten, it had to be churned, it had to be beaten. The butter was done, ready for Erlen's next pickup run. Next, the cheese had to be made, but missing ingredients had me delayed. A big fat brick of mountain butter thick. Milk should be boiled before it was spoiled. Okay. Skim milk in the pot, now it needed to get hot. Okay. The wood was too wet, I had to admit. I needed to dry. It needed to dry before it was lit. Okay, how do I dry it? Is this okay. We have that. I felt dense, that didn't make any sense. Okay. I don't think this is the right place to dry anything. Oh, wait. I didn't realize there was something here. Even when I stretched my hand, elbow and knee, I couldn't reach the fruit in the tree. The spoon? There. The fruit had a certain appeal with its fresh smell and yellow peel. The lemon was terribly sour, impossible to directly devour. Okay, it's a lemon. Growing fruit has been Mother's quest. They usually didn't grow out here out west. Okay. I keep getting a feeling that at one point I'm going to show up and the cows will be gone. How would you dry the wood?
It's different place, let's see.
Well, putting in the water would not make it drier. I'm just randomly trying to combine things. Oh, you can run intentionally by double clicking. Cool. Good to know. No. I feel like since there's air here, like wind could help, but I don't think wind would dry the wood fast enough. Maybe there's something on this side. No? Oh, maybe I can go on top of the house and see if I can dry things there. Because there's sun there. Oh, what's this rocks doing? That didn't work. I should have known the chimney was made from rocks and stone. I would if I could, but I needed stone, not wood. So you'd need stone to do something with those rocks. Huh. Not sure what to do here. If I put it in here, can I spin it until it dries? Why is this part of the house dark? What's going on here?
Because there's stuff in the foreground that you don't see.
The storm ruined everything. Okay, we made the butter. We only need to make the cheese. And that's the only thing that makes it. It needed to dry. But is there something else I can do in the meantime? How is she gonna light it after it's dry?
Wait, can she go that way from there? Yeah, there.
No, there's nowhere else to go.
Because there's a path going
There's a path where?
down. There's a path going down.
Oh. Yeah, but I couldn't go down there. I tried last time. Town was a 3-hour hike away. The cows needed herding. I needed to stay. Okay.
Well, can you do something with the cats?
Yeah, maybe the cows needed to be... Or maybe I could bring the cows back. But usually the cows stay out there till sunset, right? Generally?
And maybe it's a time.
Oh, one of them sat down.
What's at the top?
Oh, you could go there. Didn't realize that. Ah, there's the rocks. I picked up some rocks, squarish like flat blocks. Oh, we could fix the roof with it. The chimney. What is that? The flowers I had left here were dry as bone after being left out in the wind all alone. Oh, maybe I can put the... With a sudden gust, the dry flowers turned to dust. Maybe I can leave the wood here. The cairn was a place I would go to cry. This time I left the wet wood to dry. Cool. I can go fix the chimney while it's drying. Cool, I didn't realize you could go there. I don't know, how big is the... Is it visible on the stream?
Yeah, well, you can even read it, so it's fine. It's good.
Okay.
Go fix the
Oops. Once you click on someplace to go, you can't cancel it. Okay, so use the rocks. The stones were squarish rocks, somewhat similar to building blocks. We'll put it here. Stones I found were just the right type. I started to mend the broken pipe. Oh, cool. Though the results were mixed, I consider the chimney fixed. I bet the wood is dry now. A gameplay dynamic that I'd like to... gameplay mechanism I'd like to try sometime is... story-based games like this, but with a time resource. So you could choose which activities to do, and there's a time that progresses the more things you do. The wood had dried, now it was bona fide. Yeah, so in this case, if you fix the chimney, you would see the timer go. Timer make progress, so then you would know that the wood is ready. Because you spend time with the chimney. I think that would have been interesting. Okay. Now, how do I light it? Oh, cool. The sound and the warmth, the glow and the heat, nothing like a fire to warm up cold feet.
I think you have to put lemon in it.
We made the cheese in kettles like this. Are we putting lemon in the cheese?
Well, look at the recipe.
Pour fresh milk in separator. The milk will curdle by default. Bring to boil, add vinegar and salt. That's like lemon.
But you need salt.
I squeezed the lemon from the garden, hoping it would make the cheese harden.
I can use this one.
Cheese was firm when in my hand, but the taste was boring, really bland. Where can I get salt?
Or herbs.
Is there a place I missed around here? Like there? Is there a path there? Oh, there is a path. Huh. Oh, look at that. It's just random big massive piece of whatever this is. Had the rock fallen from the mountainside, it was 2 meters tall and 1 meter wide. It looked like a huge salt stone, its shape mysterious and unknown. It is interesting, right? It looks artificial. A piece had fallen off the rock. I picked up a decently sized block. Okay.
I think you're gonna make alien cheese.
I came to a halt. It looked and tasted like salt.
There, that's what you need.
Yeah. Let's make tasty cheese.
Let's make alien cheese.
Let's see what happens when you make alien cheese. This must be salt, I was reasoning, and threw in a good pinch as seasoning. The cheese was ready, I said out loud. This would have made Mother proud. Just as the chores were done for the day, "Hey Ruth," I heard a voice and a neigh. It was Erland, no doubt. I'm coming right out. He looks tired. The trail up here will someday be my death, Erland said, short of breath.
Snarky, pleasant, or straightforward?
I'm glad you could make it, I had to admit. He looked at me with a frown. Have I ever let you down? So you're wearing pants today? Very manly, I must say. At least I don't have an open fly, I said, and looked him in the eye. He smiled and scratched his ear. How are things up here?
Scared, honest, straightforward.
The thunderstorm kept me awake. I lay in my bed waiting for daybreak. Thunderstorm, is that right? I didn't hear anything last night. I hoped I wasn't giving him any displease, so I changed the subject to butter and cheese. About the dairy, he was looking worried. It's not as easy to sell as before. People are buying margarine at the store. Really? Margarine? Tasteless fat from a machine? Trust me, I'm just like you, up in arms. The townfolk just won't buy from the farms. This put me in a squeeze. What about my mountain cheese? Well, as far as I can tell, the cheese is easier to sell, but it's not like before when customers ran down my door. Come see the changes. You'd be surprised for sure. They even have this thing called haute couture. Haute couture. The only thing I could say, maybe some other day. Erlen looked up, a slight change in tone. So you'll continue up here all alone? I looked at the fjord below. I don't know. They're looking for workers down at the dock. The money is good if you work the clock. Better than farming and digging the gravel. With the money we make, we could even travel. Like a fish avoiding the lure, I said, I'm not sure. You should think it over, of course. I've already sold the horse. I looked at his face and said, Please, can you help me sell my butter and cheese? I'll sell the cheese, but the butter you can toss. It'll be the scrawny villager's loss. Oh, look at that. It's gorgeous. That's the galaxy. Okay. I woke up with a feeling strong that something was wrong. Chilly outside, a smell in the air. Something felt wrong, I swear. Now walking on roofs at night, I'd have to wait for the daylight. Are the cows okay? Whoa. A fear grew in me, a dark stir. Like was missing, I needed to find her. Yeah. Oh, it's the Aurora Borealis. Oh, it's that salt thingy. The alien cheese.
Wait. What's this?
I looked down, guess what I found? Like's cowbell on the ground. Like's bell I had found, it made a jangly sound. Okay, I'm not gonna touch that yet. Let's go check out the other place first. Oh, that was the main part. Like was stuck, she couldn't get out. My voice was weak, I tried to shout. I tried to call her, but my voice was too weak. All that came out was a muffled shriek. Okay, let's use the bell. No? I I shook the bell and hoped she'd hear, but Like probably had water in her ear. Okay, that's not... If I went back down, Like would surely drown. I banged the bell with great tension. It seemed to work. It got her attention. This was working. I could tell Like was hearing me banging the bell. Little more and she would make it ashore. There, I said, to us both, I'll always take care of you, that is my oath. After a sleepless night, I led the cows to graze. It felt good to feel the sun in my face. Today I had to clean out the manure. These were the things a farmer must endure. Still there. Had the rock fallen from... Okay, it's the same thing. She looked none the worse after last night's escapade. Like seemed fine, hungry, and unafraid. Interesting. It's like a slow build-up. Oh. I think that's a bug. Not yet. I want to try a bit more of this. Today's not like there's not a lot of people watching, so I want to be a bit casual.
Yep. And we can stay online longer.
Yeah, today's whoa, what just... Okay. Okay, well that's the thunderstorm. The thunderous sound, the heat you could feel, apparition so strange it could make you kneel. Was it a dream? No, it was real. Hey, don't take my cows. Don't take my cows. Ah. So such a cliche. The thunderous steam and gas made it impossible to pass. Oh, this thing. In my mind blank, I was glued to my feet. It was like looking into a furnace of blue intense heat. Ah, this thing. The impossible large flying ship was floating in the sky. I'm losing my mind, I'm losing the grip, I said. How can it fly? The cows looked confused and scared, poor things. What was this terrible machine with wings? Ah! They took my cows, lifted them through the air. My jaw dropped, my eyes a thousand-year stare. Suddenly the ship took off with a hiss. Hey, you're not getting away with this. Yeah. Ship was maneuvering just beneath. My heart was pounding. I grit my teeth. If I built momentum, I could jump aboard. I'd have to time it right or end up in the fjord. Time it right. Okay. There we go. There we go. My head was hurting, truth be told, but at least I found my foothold. Now that I hadn't died, I had to find a way inside.
Up there.
I could scratch and lift with all my might, but the hatch was sealed completely tight. These won't budge, I said with a grudge. That hatch had a small gap on one side, but it still was stuck no matter how I pried. This one? A wooden spoon would snap. Okay. We have to find something more solid.
No, I think it's on the right one.
The huge dome glistened in the sun. I looked for windows but found none.
What about the other ones?
A huge... okay. This one? These won't budge. Okay.
Okay, so the one that is stuck with us still stuck. Try the bottom. What do you think? What about the one?
Which one?
The one, yeah, that one.
We looked at those. This is the only one with the gap next to it. But I think there might be more places to go. Yeah, like this side? Yeah. Ooh. It was unlike any airplane I had seen, no propellers, it was a hovering machine. It was a strange looking panel with holes, there didn't seem to be any controls. There was no plan, I wasn't being clever, but maybe the spoon could be used as a lever? The spoon stuck out a bit, but otherwise it was a perfect fit. Okay, what's the other thing? It seemed the lever was used to obstruct the steam coming from the duct.
Okay,
Okay.
then you can go and
Bent down to investigate. It was a very hot metal plate. The butter went from a thick, hard grease to a melted oil, a pool of grease.
Oh, for up there.
Huh.
For up there.
I could feel the heat from where I stood, like a furnace burning forest, not just wood. Maybe the melted butter could grease the edges of this metal piece. The butter filled the edges and disappeared. That was my last chance, I feared. The hatch would still not budge. Maybe if I... Fudge. I had bruised my lip, but was inside the ship. I felt fear. I heard footsteps near. The old man spoke in a strange tongue, his voice and face far from young. Instead of trying to understand, I turned away and ran from the man. The queen-like figure stared with eyes so tense. She spoke in a language that made no sense. I told her quite frankly, I don't understand. Your words must derive from a faraway land. I think in that moment we both understood. Speaking like this would do us no good. Her words sounded strange, but now they made sense. She asked me my name, her voice slightly tense. I told her the truth. My name is Ruth. Ruth, she said, her eyes narrow. It sent a tremor through my marrow. This is the Veda. Welcome aboard. You managed to get here of your own accord. I am Amrita. Call me impressed. Getting on board must have been quite a quest. What can I say? I faced my fear. I couldn't just stay and see my cows disappear. This youthful irreverence, I find it refreshing. This might all have been a blessing. I needed to ask, ahem, where are my cows and why did you take them? Your questions are many, I'm sure. Let me rather give you a tour. Come, she said, and gestured me to follow. Down the corridor, our footsteps sounded hollow. This is pretty cool. Welcome to the Veda. Come with me. There is much to show and much to see. I never knew that this existed. All in due time, Amrita insisted. There is nothing to see. It's none of your concern. You don't want to get lost, child. Her voice was stern. This is the biodome, our holy retreat. Here the animals sleep and eat. The dome was filled with air and light. It truly was a magnificent sight. This is the high point of our tour. As you can see, your cows are secure. All I could say, what are they? Once the milk beasts were plentiful and diverse. Now these are the last 4 in the universe. Amrita's head hung low. Whoa, the last bull died aeons ago. What did you do to my head with your wand just before? I said. The brief pain notwithstanding, it gave you the gift of understanding. As I asked, my heart nearly skipped a beat. Are my cows merely food for your beasts to eat? Amrita laughed. Milk beasts are herbivores. They are peaceful and only eat grass, of course. I must see your cows. I got word from our herdsman. He says they're wonderful, quite the specimen. The huge beasts were a sight to behold. Peaceful and leathery, they surely looked old. Milk beasts they were called, and they were grand. Its eyes was the size of the back of my hand. I let out a huge breath of relief. They hadn't ended up as ground beef. This is Pal, our expert on bovine. He says your cows are divine. His voice was old, I must admit. These are beautiful, a perfect fit. Perfect fit, you say, for what, if I may? For the sacrifice, of course, he said without remorse. What sacrifice? Tell me now, and no lies. Girl, please stop your crying. You see, our breed is slowly dying. Through the vision blurred, I heard, only your cows can save our herd. My heart sank like a stone. You killed my cows to save your own? Not kill per se, but a sacrifice must be made, I'm sorry to say. What does this sacrifice comprise, and why does it lead to my cow's demise? I understand what I'm saying is bold. We transfer youth from the young to the old. To believe it must be seen, let me show you the age machine. Her voice was proud, she said, Ruth, this is the machine that regains lost youth. Your cows will save our holy herd when we have their age transferred. Why do you need my cows for this? It felt like being swallowed by an abyss. A trade must be made for aging to reverse. These are the laws of the universe. Matter for matter, they must be the same. Age is an ember, but youth is a flame. Wow, that is a cool comparison. Please, there must be some other way. I will do anything you say. Amrita's lip curled. Anything, girl? Let's not stay and chat. See that circle? Step into that. The circle to the right it's in your line of sight. Asked her what she wanted. She scowled like she was taunted. She said with badly hidden aggression, give me your most valuable possession. I don't have much to give. I've got my things where I live. In an exasperated rage, she cried, give me your age. Bones bent, skin crawled, heart pounding, my mind appalled. I'm happy to see you up and awake. I'm sure you're confused. Your body must ache. The man seemed understanding, but I didn't have to explain that every part of my body was in excruciating pain. Why is my body different? I asked in dismay, and why has my blonde hair turned to so gray? Your youth was stolen by our queen when she put you in the age machine. His shocking words cut me like a knife, but with the poof I was at the end of my life. But what can I do? Can it be reversed? Can I get young again, or am I cursed? I'd love to help you, but I have no years to spare. This ship is filled with elders as far as I'm aware. Now please excuse me, I have lots of work to do. The feast is upon us, and I would hide if I were you. I looked around suspicious. Why is Amrita the queen so vicious? Be careful, these walls have eyes and ears. You don't want to lose any more years. Amrita is our queen and supreme leader. She keeps us at bay and forces us to feed her. Everyone's afraid. We bow with closed lips. She controls everything with the staff she equips. She takes care of our herd, that's the truth, but most important for her is her own youth. She has taken so much, many years from our lives. When we are gone, she's the one who survives. I am sorry, I had to exclaim. I never quite got your name. Oh, pardon my forgetful condition. Gopal's my name, the ship's physician. Interesting. These names are Indian. Right now I'm having trouble with the yeast. I'm preparing the brew for the upcoming feast. I hope I've left you less confused. Please, Ruth, may I be excused. It was a mystery I needed to unravel. What is this ship and from where did you travel? We have traveled for countless generations, searching, visiting, and making new relations. Our history goes back 1,000 suns. We have made countless galaxies run. I was born long after the last bull had died. For ages, Amrita has been our master and guide. We search, we pray, we abide the rules, but the future is bleak when we're kept as old fools. It's making some sort of butter thingy. It's a more sophisticated version of that machine. It was an unfamiliar appliance meant for some strange science. I picked up the empty jar. Now where was the nearest bar? Please don't touch that drink. It's not ready, I think. This is where I'm brewing the perfect drink I'm pursuing. I asked with slight apprehension, what is this feast you mention? When the milk beasts are rejuvenated, we celebrate. Amrita the queen demands it, and we must fill her plate. Gopal's head hung. I wish I was who got young. It was I who got young. The name Amrita, it means the English equivalent of that would be ambrosia. It fits the story. And Gopal is a Sanskrit Indian Hindu name as well. Clothes in piles in different styles. The fabrics look like heavy fur, too rough for any connoisseur. The materials look heavy and fat, thick as a carpet, thick as a mat. I asked the lady who was sewing, "Hello there, how is it going?" "Hello dear, I'm awfully occupied." Her face looked puffy, like she's recently cried. "I am Ruth, the milkmaid," I said. "I'm Anissa, I work with needle and thread." The sewing looked terribly painstaking. "What, may I ask, are you making?" "Oh my stars, I'm going to be sick. This cape I'm making is far too thick." Amrita demands a flowing cape, but my fabrics are heavy and won't hold its shape. I can't make this cloth fly the silk in time before the feast of the milk. Do you know a way to get young again? Maybe I could trade years with some younger men. The seamstress went quiet, her sewing slow. She muttered, "I'm sorry, I wouldn't know." Oh. There was someone behind. I saw a boy back there. "I don't know what you mean. Now I'll have to finish this for the queen." "What's this cape you're making?" Anissa's hands were shaking. "The queen has explicitly expressed that the cape shall leave everyone impressed. If the cape won't drape tenderly over the queen, she surely will put me in the age machine. But my fabrics are heavy as leather. The cape must be light as a feather."
Pretty sure you can help with your
Yeah. I spotted a tuft of black hair. Hey, who's back there? This is Halim, the last boy on board. He must be hidden until order is restored. If Amrita finds out, all hope is lost. We must keep him a secret at all costs. When I grow up, I'll change the rules. I won't let the queen treat us like fools. Halim, my boy, your time will come, but now I need you to keep Mom. Now quick, go hide, Anissa cried. There's a lot of things to see. A burning flame with no sense of gravity was floating in mid-air within the huge round cavity. Crate probably used for freight. It was a revolving spool spinning like a whirlpool. A spool, huh? We could make fabric in it. I gave it a stare. There was nothing there.
Yeah, you can make a lighter fabric if you
Yeah.
string.
If we find some sheep and,
Maybe use.
Okay, I'm gonna save the game. We went way over time today. I got really sucked into it. Yeah, we definitely went way over time. Yeah. So I'm going to pause this, and this game is super interesting. And I've read good things about it too, so like it's not just me thinking this. And I think I'm going to come back and play it more later. But for now, I'm going to quit and let the take a short break before coming back for the second game. Okay, so that one is done. So that was Milkmaid of Milky Way by Machine Boy. And here's the link again if you're interested. There. I'm going to take about a 5-minute break, and I'll be back after that with the second game of tonight, which is Crashed Lander. Welcome back. Our second game tonight is Crashed Lander by Don Whitaker. And the link to the profile for that game is here. Oops. That was the wrong one, sorry. That's my tweet. Okay, here we go. So, Crash Lander. I'm gonna start loading it up. It's a 3D game. It's more graphics heavy, so I'm not sure how fast it'll work. Hopefully it's gonna work out. I had a hard time mapping it yesterday. Well, it seems like it's working now. Okay. It's working. I can use my controller with this, so I'm gonna do that. So I have no idea what you're supposed to do here. Pad hover, ring runner. Option. Let's look at the options. Okay. I can reduce the graphics quality if it becomes too heavy.
There's also the numbers. Baby steps.
What is... Let's start with the 1. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure if it's taking too long to load or if something else is going on.
I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything. I'm gonna tell you if I see something. But it didn't seem to work.
Apparently you can play this game in both VR and the monitor. I don't have a VR system for my computer, so I can try that out.
Maybe we have to restart it because there's nothing going on.
Maybe Crashed Lander has crashed. Not sure what's going on. I hear something. Is that coming from the TV?
Yeah.
Okay, at least the music has started.
Nothing going on.
Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna try closing it and starting it again and picking a different option. Maybe it's just the way I was running it that wasn't working. The logo looks pretty cool.
Maybe the first one, the pedal upper.
Okay, so I'm guessing these are two different game modes.
And that seems to be.
Why is it in hard mode? Okay, hard mode is off now.
Try the number or something.
Okay.
Oh, it changed the background.
Oh, it's a different place each time. Okay, so these are different levels.
What is pad upper? Are you on pad upper or?
I'm on Ring Runner right now. I have Runner selected. Well, let's try this again.
We were seeing the menu. So you know we saw the menu, we're just waiting for that to.
Yeah. If this doesn't load, I might move on to the next game. Some games won't work on my computer, regardless of what I do. Well, the music stopped, so it should be loading. Gonna wait a few more minutes. We have a new music, so it should be in the new level. Whatever the level that's loading. Oh. Ah. What just happened? It started. Oh, I don't know what happened. It looked like it started.
Try pad hopping. Or just start with the one. Don't put anything, just press that.
Okay. Maybe when the music comes back, I'm gonna press A again to see if something happens. Press and hold A, perhaps. That might be better. Maybe it's loading, but it's not visible. Because it became visible as soon as I pressed A. And then it disappeared. Did the music change? Yeah.
Can you try another button than A?
It said get ready, and as soon as I started loading it... Okay, maybe I'll try another button other than A.
Try now. That is so weird. Okay, what is the button you're pressing?
I'm pressing Y.
Okay, hold Y maybe? No?
No, it shows up when I let go of Y. I think I'm lifting off. I think I lifted off. Pressing the L1. I guess the keys are really weird. Oh, that was the menu. Okay. I don't know why it keeps going dark. I'm just pressing it constantly. Yeah, it's just the visuals are not working. There's probably an option somewhere that I need to adjust. Okay. Switched off shadows and everything. Okay, let's try this again. Nope.
What's going on with that game?
Clearly the graphics can't handle it.
Or maybe there's an option
I just played with all the options. There's nothing.
Television and stuff.
Um, see, I'm on the menu now. What was that? Tunnel vision? Okay. And camera cage. Let's switch both on and see what happens. Okay, camera cage. Open the camera cage. But that's... but it still doesn't give you the vision. Yeah, I guess my computer can't handle this. Whatever DirectX I'm running or some graphics thing is not compatible with this. But it looks like a fun thing. It looks like some sort of obstacle course that you have to go through. Okay, well, maybe this will work better on someone else's machine and they can try it out. So that was Crash Lander. If I can get a new computer, I'll try it out in there. But for now, I'm going to move on to the next game, but I'll take a quick break before that. The next game is Dujanah. I'll be back in... yeah, just about 5 minutes. Welcome back for the third game of tonight, which is Dujanah. Dujanah is made by Jack King Spooner. And this is the link to their profile. Now, I just looked at the main menu, and from that, I got the impression that this game is intentionally glitchy. At least the graphics is. It's not that there's something wrong with the game. It's art. That's what it's meant to be. You'll see in a minute when I start. Ah, right. I need to... It's slightly different as well. Still loading. But I have to map it differently. Yeah, I remember I had to map it differently. Well, I'll wait until it loads. It has some issues loading because it's a little designed differently. I'm going to play around a bit with that. So I remember the first time I tried to run it, it had some issue. Oh, okay, it's loading now. It's loading, it's loading. It's not full screen. How about now? That's better. So apparently near the beginning, when you first time that you run it, it's you get a little bit of a video, and it's slightly different each time. So I got to watch the video, but I don't think we get to watch it in the stream anymore because it's done. Yeah, so the sound sounds like that, but it's actually meant to sound like that. Let's see if the controller works. Oh, it does. Okay. Let's do a start on that. Okay. That looks different from what I saw last time. X or space to interact. Escape or E for menu. Ah, look at the menu. That's a fancy menu. There's so much glitchy things.
Place to go. People to see.
What's going on? You are on the tutorial screen and you have pressed pause. Things to do. Find your loved ones. Get the keys for duck. Places to go. The village of Tuflagel. Amque Hodgins Generational Plant, the village of Bu Sepez, the caves of Amnahir, militarized zone, people to see, Colonel Dajjal, Amaqui Nochins, Gross Lycosa Amnahir, the sisters, a version of the child expressing themselves through play. Okay, that's a lot for a tutorial. Okay. Oh, there's toggle full screen. You press, and I'm not gonna do it actually. I have to change my mapping for it. Interesting. This also looks hand painted in some places. Okay, so there's a gravestone here. What was that?
Okay.
What? We were inside this thing? That is some interesting animation. knew this was an Arabic word. I just don't know what it means, but it sounded like an Arabic word. Not here? Okay. Here seems a fine site. What do you think, Ashna? A good spot for Kaya's last resting place? Oh, we're burying the hamster. Good spot. Papa, will we be with him again? Will those that loved be brought back together? I don't know for sure. His plan for the creatures, Ritas, I believe we are the ones being tested here, not the animals. So I have a feeling we shall meet with Kaya again in time. See, we can spend our whole lives looking for answers only to realize that we sometimes have to make our own. Is the volume of the game really loud? Just want to check. It's pretty loud. Okay, I turned down the volume of the game a bit. Okay, that might be better. See, we can spend our whole lives looking for answers only to realize that we sometimes have to make our own. Will Kaya be an angel? I'd read that all angels are made from trembling shafts of light and with no free will. The more I learn about science and philosophy, the more it seems like we're all angels. Oh, sir, we've got a visual. Okay, that's different.
What's the deduction?
What's the deduction? Male adult unknown activity, other individual present, likely a minor. Inference, illicit conduct. Hard to say, sir. Scare shot. Oh my god, I know what this is. This is terrible. This is horrific. Oh my god. Oh god, why? Oh. I didn't know this was coming. This is shooting people in the Middle East with a whatever this drone thing is.
I'm sorry, have we a problem?
I'm sorry, have we a problem?
Sir?
None at all, sir. I love the art. I do like the art. I don't know what's going on, why it's not moving. Nothing's moving. Oh. Mama, it hurts. I keep telling myself it's just a matter of sensation. I can't hide from it, though. It blots out the sun. Will they ever return? It's almost been a week now. I'm sure there's a simple explanation, and they'll turn up soon enough. Mama, in my mind, I have lost them and found them 1,000 times over. How much longer? Perhaps Ted has seen something. Maybe he can lend you the keys to his old oil mining mech. Perhaps. Oil mining mech. Can't really pick up anything. I haven't finished any objectives yet. There's a neighbor who might lend you the keys to his mechanized oil extraction vehicle. Duck. This is Duck. I'm going to be on TV, Mama. Perhaps revenge is what I seek. What can I say to you? Once you have sought the path of revenge, there's no way to stop. Should I hide what I intend? Amot does not care when she sees a flame. Consciousness of pain, Mama. It's keeping me alive. Let's go to the neighbor, get that oil thingy. Oh wow, that is a heavy duty mech. That is some heavy duty mech. So let's steal it with consent. Let's go get consent first, and then we steal it. Where's the neighbor? That's a car. What's with the glitch on the sides? It's very artistic, but it's also hard to look at. Dujanah, we've all been very worried. Is there anything I can do to help? Hey Ted, I'm pulling my hair out here. Would it be possible to borrow duck? Oh, that's what duck is. Yes, of course. Of course, take the keys. Take them for as long as you need. Thank you. Let's take duck for a ride. What's going on here? Whoa. To the west, the desert continues. The intervening forces are stationed to the south. To the north and the east, you get to the world map. Okay, thank you. Ow. Alright, let's get on the mech. The mech is called Duck. What? That is interesting. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down, Duck. I can see why it's called Duck. Okay, the intervening forces are to the south and the world map is to the right and the north. But there's a mountain. Seems like my only options are... Oh, can't go. Seems like my only option is to go south. That way is the... Oh, there's a cute little oasis here. I like the rhythms. It's funny. Ah. Okay, maybe I have to walk it.
Maybe you have to walk it to the north. You could have been
Welcome to the peacekeeping outpost. Peacekeeping, huh? Mostly my days are just waiting about. Okay. What about you? So what are you... so what? You are 100 against intervention in all situations? Wow. This is a weird animation, but it's so interesting to look at. Cornell Dajjal has been really brutal lately.
That's a base.
I once put the barrel of my gun in my mouth just to see what it felt like. It felt like I was in a movie. Okay, fantasies. What am I doing here anyway? Search the world for leads as to where your loved ones have gone. Oh, I see. Well, I got like one objective done and 1 places to explored. Okay. Plaque reads, long arms, E-Club. You've crossed the Atlantic to be here, but this is the best you're gonna get. Spend your evenings in the unsatisfying embrace of the long arms while you worry about the family back home. Just remember that we didn't make any promises about the food. Okay, that's kinda...
That's like a bar.
So you're allowed to just walk into a military base like that?
Probably depends on the building.
With bombs, can we move mountains? Oh, so noble. So heroic. Moving mountains.
That's a barrack. With the shower.
Shower stalls. Barracks. Wash. That's all it says. It's helicopters. A family gets on a boat. They prefer to risk everything on an uncertain sea than live with this intervention. They're talking about refugees. Oh, wow. Okay. Not sure what to do there. A gunner can redeem a wasted day in a moment. There have been fires in Yemen. Okay. People have been saying that the colonel was found washed up on a little island on the Mediterranean, only he wasn't starving or nothing, he was just waiting. Okay, weird. What is that? Colonel Dajjal, I believe. Okay. You have 30 seconds. Do you know something about the disappearance of my husband and daughter? Look, little lady, if you are coming in here saying that me and the boys did a whoopsie and turned your darlings into vulture pickings, well, you'd better think again. Some days the sky hums with your drones. Tank tracks scars the dunes. Look, darling, hasn't anyone warned you about smoking in bed? If you're calling me a liar, then you'll have my voice to answer to. Is that how it is going to be? Well, there's always option B, but I don't think you'd like that much. Your 30 seconds are up. Why don't you crawl away to those crooked spider creatures? Okay, what's that reference to? If I find out you know something, you'll be sorry. Hear that, boys? I want some of what she's been smoking. That sounds like an American military leader. To my love, I will live with the promise in my heart. I will die with the kiss on my lips. I will walk with shores with the smile, thinking of you as I march into eternity. Interesting. Is that like a... yeah. I don't know what that is. I like my town, I like my gun. Oh, of course. Of course you like your gun. Sleep. We all know why we're here. Black gold, Texas tea. If you had a taste of that capital, you'd be a fascist too. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so Cornell Dutchell, right? I think this is a reference to something else, but I'm not gonna ponder too much about it. Let's go back to the duck. This is a very open world game, it seems. What? How do you move around? Oh wow. Okay. That is interesting. How do you turn around? You back away, okay. I see, okay. Saving it just in case we get lost or something. Another military base. These mechs are really impractical and are always breaking down, but try telling Mr. Hodgkins that. So this is that oil place. You ever think that perhaps we are part of the problem? Nah, I think the Earth itself is making the CO2 levels freakishly rise. Yeah, let's blame volcanoes, hahaha. Fucking volcanoes. Okay. For a game that looks this surreal, it's very, very realistic. I am a blowtorch, lighting a gas stove, which in turn lights a candle. I can't remember being the match. Okay, there's a... it's a poetic robot. Blowtorch, lighting a gas stove, which in turn lights a candle. I can't remember being the match. It's a metaphor for when your actions are so far away from the consequences that you don't realize that you caused them. Interesting. What is here? Another robot. It would be great if all work was automated, then the flesh ones could pursue their true desires. Interesting. Those automatons really give me the willies. Yeah, they are poetic. They're too complex for you. That, Quay dude freaks me the hell out. I hear he's using the body of a disabled child as a host. What? Wouldn't put it past him, sicko. I hear he's jacked up on the bad drugs. I hear he uses his power plant to support his sick obsession with death. I heard he's a jazz enthusiast. Okay. Those three things are not equivalent. How on earth am I meant to fix this? Fix what, this thing? Another robot. You are deformed. Okay. This is a huge maze of pipes that we have to go through. Oil pipes. Big robot. I prepare my lessons each night and every morning my classroom is empty. A robot teacher, huh? Under this earth, 200 frozen bodies. Wow. Let's go here. Bloody machines coming up here speaking our language. Bloody machines taking our jobs. They should piss off back to where they came from. Wow. Racism against machines doesn't really work that way. These flesh ones, they're cute when they're babies. Okay, that's a creepy one. Yeah, these are like soup cans. We've become the tools of our tools. Yeah, that tends to happen if you run a system with these values. There was a movement to make all vehicles self-driving. There came to a point where moral resolutions had to be made over when the vehicle should kill the passenger over a number of pedestrians. No one could buy the car that chose anyone over the passenger. I didn't see anything else here other than trying to go through the maze, which seems like a lot of work right now. There's a sand dragon of some sort over here. Beast claims to have met Norman Borlaug. Okay. Maybe there's something in your pocket? Is the thing in your pocket? Yes. Terrible Beast floats over and dies. +1 stealth, HP max. You learn Tiptoe, Slobber, Tennis. You learn All Foggy, upgrade to level 14. All mental Gym Jams. Okay. There's no status thing. I couldn't read all of it. Interesting. To come from the top. Okay. The art is so interesting. Yes, what's going on here? I heard your uncle is out in the desert filming again. He's got to screw loose, that man. I don't know why you came here. I don't know either. I love the sea. Okay. How about Tuesday? No, Wednesday. No, wait, I can't do Wednesday. It'll have to be next week then. Planning is difficult everywhere in the world. My husband turned into a spider. Typical. There's some like spider people around here. I saw it. So what? I couldn't see it. I saw it. I think it is blasphemy of the highest order. I saw it. I saw it. I couldn't see it. I saw it. Couldn't see it. I saw it, but I don't think it looked like whatever that was. I'm coming back to ask the scrambled eggs to bring back my dead loved one. This is an interesting place. Bloody eggs.
Maybe talk to the eggs. Maybe go to the plate.
It happened about 2 weeks ago. I thought I saw something in my scrambled eggs. I said that I thought it looked like a bit like blank. And Dad went crazy. Since then, he's kept the scrambled eggs just as they were, not let anyone touch them. Every day we get dozens or so people traipsing through the house. I see.
Well, you can try.
They're all coming and taking a look at it. Do I see anything? No? No? No?
Nope.
Nothing in the eggs.
Maybe the other house.
The generation plant had an explosion a few years ago. Everyone from Busepes went out and watched the sky. The smoke was colored like oil in the water. A few of my friends got caught in the blast and I was there thanking my lucky stars it wasn't me. Since then I've had this mighty, mighty fear of death. It's a good idea to have that fear sometimes. I hope they find a cure for it in my lifetime. Fear of death? What is this thing? Oh, interesting.
It's a television with you on it.
I'm trying to match it up. It's not.
Where is it now?
Doesn't seem to be doing anything. What? Dream. At 600 meters, the pressure obfuscates her hearing. At 900, her ears pop and she gets the feeling that her hearing is clearer than it had ever been. At 906 meters, she forgets about it. Okay. Well, this game is interesting. I don't know what's going on with it yet, but... What?
There's sometimes called the deep problem, which is that consciousness depends on...
I came out of that house and I'm...
There's something being said.
Like your consciousness at any particular moment isn't anything like the one so it's got a flavour all of its own, as it were, and it doesn't seem to make sense to talk about it. It's just a lot of nerves firing off. Second to that basic problem, there are a number of others. One is that we don't seem to need to be conscious, or it's very hard to specify anything that we do, any psychological state or anything else, that needs consciousness. We seem to do most of the things we do, if not all the things we do, without it. They're very sort of imaginative and well thought out, elegant experiments that seem to show that when, for example, we make decisions, our making decision precedes our being conscious of the actual making decision comes before the I'm making a decision now feeling.
So this is the MRI scans?
I'm not quite sure how this is done. It might be MRI scan, it might be some other similar kind of thing, evoked potentials or whatever. I don't understand the practical details for all these things, but something like that, some clever way of looking at what's going on in your brain seems to show this.
That was surreal. This game is weird. It's probably intended to be. I've suffered from seizures since I was born, but when I got into my teens, they got real bad. I didn't really have many friends at school because of it. I understand, I forgive them. It's not their burden to bear. Then the doctors got me Dally here. He is an incredible dog. He can smell when I'm about to have one of my episodes, and he gives me my sleeve a little tug so that I can sit down somewhere and I won't bang my head. He's getting old now. I'll miss him when he's gone. He's a good friend. That's cute. That's cute. Joan would come home from the dances. She'd say, "Can I give you a wee hug to warm up?" She'd get into bed and I'd brace myself for the cold. Sandra was the exact opposite. She'd come home from the dances and burn you with her cigarettes so you'd budge and she could steal your warm spot. For whatever reason, Dad would choose her more than the others for beatings. Not sure if that explained her behavior. It's so messed up. Okay.
That's also messed up.
I'm most worried about the spiders, if I'm honest. The child doesn't want to talk. A version of the child is expressing himself through play. Ah. Oh, okay, I see.
Once upon a time, upon an era, upon an age forgotten, there was a man. This man was the most ordinary man to have ever fallen from heaven. He had slipped away from God and the cherubs, quite simply and with relative ease, due to the fact that he was completely unremarkable. He fell to earth in a particularly large raindrop and settled in a house made from a giant beech tree's roots. Unlike the other men and women who came to earth from above, this man simply wanted to live on soil with nature and didn't want to perform miracles of any kind. He lived a lonely life, feeding on fruits from the forest. He knew nothing of passion, of jealousy, of hate, of anything that lovers suffer. One day, while picking some particularly plump strawberries, he heard what to him seemed the most peculiar sound. It was coming from a big bunch of briars that shook intermittently. The sound, as big sounds tend to do, got louder as he warily approached, and moved him to smile. At the briar bush, he started to move away the thorns, to get to the haunting sound that now vibrated his head and warmed his soul. When he finally moved the last obstructing rope of thorns, the sight was so alarming that he collapsed then and there, right into all the thorns. What he saw was another human, a man, and not just any man, a beautiful witch who bound his spells through song. He awoke sore with scratches, not in the comfort of his mossy roots with the reassuring sound of water, but somewhere very strange indeed. He had thought that he was the only one of his kind on earth, and he'd stopped using his voice long ago, never realizing the emotion of singing. And where was he? Trees towered around him, and his bed was of sweet, scented petals. He stood up and looked around. The trees made a perfect wall and shelter, and a natural door and windows had been made as the branches had woven together in the strangest manner. "Are you sore?" A silky, flute-like voice spoke. He spun round and found that the witch was by his side, quite unexpectedly. He nodded and looked at his scrape sadly. "Come, eat something," the witch beckoned. Finding he was hungry, he agreed and followed. Outside on display were the plains and the mountains, and he could see the tree he called home far, far below. He became aware that he was very high up on a great green mountain, and observed that a young spring had covered the world in blossoms, from the forest to the plains. He uttered his first words since leaving heaven. "Who are you?" His dry throat spoke. The stranger passed to him a rich, sweet fruit, and replied, "I am the witch of night's still whispers." He felt compelled to touch the witch, and stepped forward to do so. He softly placed his hand against the witch's face, But as he did, the witch faded and disappeared. Confused and in love for the first time, the man grabbed at the space where once had stood a figure, but his hands fell through thin air. As he dropped to his knees, he heard the voice once more singing, "I shall wait forever as the days turn to night, swallowed in the shadows that glow." Without knowing what to do, he cried to the sky, and as he did, the sky cried back. Days went past, and so became weeks, which turned there into months. The man thought of the witch, who now he could not love more than aught but God himself. He remembered how lovely things were when he was alone, but now he had experienced what life could give. He could not go back. At times, especially on the slow nights of summer, he thought he heard singing. And so it became winter, and neither had the witch of Night Still Whispers appeared to him, nor left his thoughts. Nothing would be the same again until he came back. A big crystal blue tear rolled down his nose and dripped off his chin. As it hit the ground, it made a sound like ice cracking, and the ground seemed to freeze. The tear didn't soak into the earth, as water tends to do, but stayed in a ball of blue above it. Quite forgetting his sadness, the man watched the enchanted tear as it started to roll upstream, freezing the earth as it went. The man followed the sad, salty sphere for over a week, and now most of the land had frosted over, when suddenly the tear stopped its steady pace. The man also stopped, wondering where it had led him. He took his eyes off the tear and found himself next to a glimmering lake, a lake of tears. The plain man from heaven knew not what to do. He found the lake of the beautiful witch's song and had expected to find the witch there. No such luck. He gathered food and set up a small fire, for he was inhumanly hungry and tired, and set about to eat and then to sleep. As he closed his eyes, he heard the sound from the briar bush leave his own lips. He was singing for the first time.
Well, that was pretty cool. I met two of the people that I'm supposed to meet.
You went to Dreamless.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to play the whole game, and anyone who's interested in this can check it out later. I'm going to stop right here. Okay, so that was Dujanah. So we looked at 3 games today. Milkmaid of the Milky Way, which seemed like really fun point-and-click adventure, and Crashlander, which looked fun but I couldn't play it, and Dujanah, that was very surreal and interesting. Okay, so I will paste the links for the 3 games in the chat so that you can look through the profiles of the devs if you're interested. So those are the 3 games. The art on this stream are made by Rifna, and these are the profiles to these are their profiles for their other art and merch, so you can go check them out if you're interested. And I do this on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I'm gonna My intention is to go through all the games in this bundle. So my next stream is on the 3rd of August. It's a stat holiday here, so I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna do a stream for sure. But if I do, it's gonna be 3rd. And if I don't, then my next stream is gonna be on the 5th. So until then, everyone, have a good time. Bye.